Heaven high, everyone. Over here, we keep it real, raw, and rooted in purpose. If you're just tuning in, my name is Noah Chiffon Staley. I make Christian, faith-based content geared towards self-help, mom life, and interpersonal relationships. If you're ready to face the past, embrace change, and rise higher, you're in the right place. Let's transform together. I want to talk about a special friend of mine. With her, I've walked through the valley, and with her, I watched the sunset from the mountaintop. A friend loves at all times, and a brother is born for adversity. Proverbs 17:17. She taught me something I'll never forget. Not all friends are born for adversity. There's an old saying, show me your friends and I'll show you who you are. Proverbs 13:20 echoes that. Whoever walks with the wise becomes wise, but a companion of fools will suffer harm. Through heartbreak, loss, and change, I've learned the hard way. Not all friendships survive real life. Some are built for convenience, not covenant. Some don't last past Saturday night. You know the ones. They laugh loud, show up for fun, but vanish when the storm rolls in. When life gets hard, the cracks in the friendship split wide open, and what was never rooted gets swept away. So now we have to ask ourselves, is that friend of yours really a friend? Here are 5 signs you have a Saturday night kind of friend. 1, they're present for the party, but not the process. They'll show up with a bottle in hand, but disappear when the world falls apart. They can handle the photos and captions, but not the breakdown behind the scenes. True friends don't just cheer in your joy, they kneel with you in your pain. A Saturday night kind of friend wants the Instagram version of you, but when your soul is hemorrhaging and your faith is shaking, they have no oil for your wounds. 2, they disappear when you need depth. Talk about trauma, they change the subject. Mention healing, they laugh it off. You try to rise and they cling to the version of you that was broken. Depth offends shallow waters. Some friends can't follow you into freedom because they were only familiar with your chains, and your wholeness reminds them that they haven't started healing. Number 3, they celebrate your comfort, not your healing. They were fine when you stayed small. But the moment you obey God, set boundaries, and walk in purpose, they say you're acting different. Not everyone will survive your elevation, especially those who feed off your stagnation. They cheered for your survival, but not your success. And obedience to God, that convicts them. So they distance themselves, not realizing your glow up was never personal. It was spiritual. Number 4, they thrive in dysfunction, not direction. Some friends love the messy version of you because it keeps them from facing their own mirror. The moment you start growing mentally, emotionally, spiritually, they say you're doing too much. Growth exposes who was growing with you and who was just a weed. They weren't drawn to your heart. They were attached to your brokenness. Now that you're healing, they don't recognize you anymore. 5, they're seasonal, not covenantal. Like fall leaves, they stay until the winds shift. But covenant friends, they're rooted. They show up in your Gethsemane. They stand in the gap when your faith is shaking. A covenant friend doesn't just witness your growth, they protect it. Saturday friends walk with you in the sunshine. Real friends show up when the sky cracks open and all you can do is weep. Here's my closing reflection. Not everyone who starts with you is meant to finish with you. Some friends expire when your purpose ignites, and that's okay. Even Jesus had crowds that cheered for him, disciples who followed him, and still, only a few stayed at the cross. When Jesus was crucified, most of his followers scattered, but a faithful remnant remained, not out of convenience, but out of covenant love. According to John 19, verses 25 to 27, those who stayed was Mary, the mother of Jesus, Mary Magdalene, Mary, the wife of Clopas, Salome, mother of James and John, John, the disciple whom Jesus loved. And it reads, "Now there stood by the cross of Jesus his mother and his mother's sister, Mary, the wife of Clopas, and Mary Magdalene." John 19, verse 25. They weren't casual followers. These were covenant friends. They didn't just love Jesus' miracles. They stayed through his pain. So ask yourself, who claps for my calling? Who corrects me in love? Who reminds me of God's promise when I forget? Proverbs 27, verse 6 says, "Faithful are the wounds of a friend, but deceitful are the kisses of an enemy." Sometimes the one who checks you is the one who covers you. Let your friends be pruned by truth, not preserved by nostalgia. Because sometimes it takes a storm to reveal who's walking with you and who's just walking near you. So let Proverbs 27, verse 17 be your compass. As iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. Choose friends who sharpen you, not just ones who leave you dull and defenseless. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know what else you'd like to see. This one's a bit more formal. I am just now taking YouTube more seriously. I should be getting a lavalier soon with microphones you pin to your shirt, so I won't have to hold my Yeti microphone in my hand like this. I'm just trying to figure out what works best for like my brand, my video style. Just let me know what you guys want to see next. Don't forget to turn on post notifications so that you get a notification every time I post a video.